everyone. Today we are going to study about the trihybrid cross. For that, we are going to take three characters, different characters, that is height of a plant, color of flower, and the position of flower. So we are going to take a homozygous condition, dominant homozygous condition, and recessive homozygous condition. So we are going to write here the characters, means capital T, capital T, capital P, capital P, capital A, capital A. This is a dominant condition. Homozygous dominant condition means tall plant with purple flower and having an axial position. And next we are going to take small t, small t, small p, small p, small a, small a. For that, it is a homozygous recessive character. Means a dwarf plant with white flower and terminal position. So if we are going to cross these two different characters, then we are going to get capital T, capital P, capital A. All alleles are going to, 8 alleles are going to be capital T, capital P, capital A. Here we are going to get small t, small p, small a. And if we cross these two parents, homozygous parents, then we get an offspring, that is capital T, small t, capital P, small p, capital A, small a. Means we get a different character, or it is, means the expression of this character, or total 16 as to 0 are heterozygous tall plant with purple flower and axial position. So we get the ratio, phenotypic ratio 16 as to 0 as well as the genotypic ratio 16 as to 0, because the combination of two different parent is going to be tall plant, heterozygous tall plant with purple flower and axial position. 50% male parent and 50% female parent. But due to presence of dominant character, the dominant trait is expressed and the recessive one is suppressed. So we are going to cross capital T small t, capital P small p and capital A small a. Means we are going to see the expression of this heterozygous tall plant, purple flower and axial position. So if we are going to cross selfing of these two offsprings, means we are going to find, or we are going to cross F1 generation to find a F2 generation. Here we get the phenotypic ratio from F1 generation is 16 as to 0 and genotypic ratio is 16 as to 0. Now, if we are going to cross this offsprings, then we are going to get an allele. So, we are going to draw a Punnett square. Before that, we are going to find an allele. Now see here, capital T small t, capital P small p, capital A small a. Now here we get an 8 alleles. So we are going to see here capital T, capital P, capital A, small t, small p, small a. This capital T, capital P and capital A. We get capital T, capital P, capital A. Capital T, small p, small a. Capital T, small p, small a. Capital T, small a. Capital T, small a. Capital T, small p, small p, capital A. Capital T, capital small p and capital A. We get here the 4 different rates. Now small t, capital P, capital A, small t, small p, small a, small t, capital P, small a, small t, small p and capital A. We get different 8 alleles here. Now, if we want to find the F2 generation, what we are going to do here? We are going to cross these alleles with same parents, because we are taking a selfing. Means F1 generation, the offsprings of F1 generations are self. So we get here the 8 alleles. We are going to cross them and we are going to find the ratio of F2 generation. Capital T, capital P, capital A. Capital T, small p, small a. Capital T, small p, capital P, small a, capital T, small p, capital A, then small t, capital P, capital A, small t, capital P, small a, and small t, small p, capital A, and the last one is small t, small p, and small a. Okay. Now same colors we are going to write here for the male parent. Here we have written for the female parent. Now here we are going to write for the male parent. Means we are going to self between F1 generation. Selfing of F1 generation, then we are going to get F2 generation. So here we are going to self this parents. This is female parent, and now we are going to cross with a male parent. We are also going to discuss about the orthodox method, how to find a phenotypic and genotypic ratio with the help of orthodox method. So first of all, we are going to see the characters, which type of characters we are going to see, or the combination we are going to see in F2 generation. Okay. Capital T, capital P, capital A, capital T, small p, small a, capital T, capital P, small a, capital T, small p, capital A, and then small t, capital P, capital A, small t, capital P, small a, then small t, small p, capital A, and small t, small p, small a. Okay. Here now we are going to cross and we are going to find the character, different characters of different offsprings. So if capital T, capital P, capital A crosses with capital T, capital P, capital A, we are going to get a homozygous condition. Capital T, capital P, capital A, sorry, capital P, capital P, and capital A, capital A. Means homozygous means we are going to see a condition such as a parent. Then capital T, capital D, capital P, small p, capital A, small a, capital P, small p, capital A, small a, capital T, capital T, capital P, capital P, capital A, small a, capital T, capital D, capital P, small p, capital A, capital A. Such as we are going to solve it. Capital T, small t, capital P, capital P, capital A, capital A. Capital T, small t, capital P, capital P, capital A, small a. Capital T, small t, capital P, small p, capital A, capital A. Capital T, small t, capital P, small p, capital A, small a. Again, we are going to cross this with this male parent with female parent. Capital T, capital D, capital P, small p, capital A, small a. Again, capital T, capital P, small p, small p, small a, small a. Capital T, capital T, capital P, small p, small a, small a. Here it is capital P. Capital T, small p, capital A, small a. Capital T, small t, capital P, here it is small p only. Okay. Capital T, small t, capital P, small p, capital A, small a, capital T, small t, capital P, small p, small a, capital T, small t, small p, capital A, small a, and capital T, small t, small p, small p, small a, small a. Next, we are going to cross this parent with female parent, male parents with a female parent. So, capital T, capital T, capital P, capital P, capital A, small a, capital T, capital T, capital P, small a, small a, capital T, capital T, capital P, capital P, small a, small a, capital T, capital T, capital P, small p, capital A, small a, capital T, small d, capital P, capital P, capital A, small a. In this manner, we are going to solve. Now, in this manner, we get a crossing or the offspring of F2 generation. This shows a variation in their genotypic ratio as well as phenotypic ratio. So it is not possible to draw this much while you have to solve the question in 1 minute. So for finding a genotypic ratio or the phenotypic ratio for trihybrid cross, we need to know the orthodox method. So now we have discussed about the trihybrid cross. Now we are going to see how we can able to find a means phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio with the help of F1 generation and with the help of their F2 generation. But we have to know for that the ratio of monohybrid cross, that is phenotypic ratio of monohybrid cross and genotypic ratio of monohybrid cross. That if we know the values of monohybrid cross, we can able to find the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio of F1 generation and F2 generation, as well as the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio of trihybrid cross. So we are going to discuss about the orthodox method. So this was about the cross between an heterozygous parents, means tall plant with purple flower and axial position. This is a heterozygous condition and we get one pure parents, homozygous dominant parent, and one pure parent, homozygous recessive parent. Now we are going to discuss about the orthodox method. Now we are going to discuss about orthodox method. Orthodox method. To find phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio, we have to know the orthodox method. So we know in case of monohybrid cross, if we are going to talk about the monohybrid cross, the total offsprings are 4. Means in F1 generation, the phenotypic and genotypic ratio is 4 as to 0, 4 as to 0. But in case of F2 generation, we come to know that the total offsprings are 4. In that, if we are going to talk about the phenotypic ratio, then it is 3 as to 1. And if we are going to talk about the genotypic ratio, it is 1 as to 2 as to 1. Means in F1 generation, if we are going to talk, then 4 are tall plant and 0 are dwarf, because we get a capital T small t condition in all 4 offsprings, and genotypic ratio is heterozygous tall plant. Same condition, heterozygous tall plant. So 4 as to 0. If we are going to take a selfing or a cross between two offsprings of F1 generation we get in F2 generation 3:1 means tall as to dwarf. So tall as to dwarf. But if you are going to see a genotypic ratio, then homozygous tall, heterozygous tall, two offsprings are heterozygous tall and one is homozygous dwarf. So this was about the monohybrid cross. Now we are going to discuss about the dihybrid cross, the phenotypic and genotypic ratio. Now, if you want to find the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio of F2 generation, we have to know the phenotypic and genotypic ratio of F1 generation. So, monohybrid cross. So, the second one is dihybrid cross. As if we know the phenotypic and genotypic ratio of monohybrid cross, then we can able to find the phenotypic and genotypic ratio of dihybrid cross. So the monohybrid cross phenotypic ratio is 3:1. Dihybrid cross then 3:1:2. Then we are going to find the phenotypic ratio first. Then we are going to find the genotypic ratio. 3:1:2 means 3:1 into 3:1. Then we are going to multiply this 3 by this bracket and then 1 by whole bracket. 3 into 3:1 into 1 3:1 means we get 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, again 3 1s are 3 and 1 1s are 1 means we get the phenotypic ratio of dihybrid cross is 9:3:3:1. The total number should be 16 here. Means the offspring should be 16. Means 9 plus 3, 12, 12 plus 3 is equals to 15 and 15 plus 1 is equals to 16. Now we are going to see the genotypic ratio. So we know the genotypic ratio of F1 generation. So the genotypic ratio of F1 generation is 1:2:1 and we are going to find for the dihybrid cross. So 1:2:1 raised to 2 means 1:2:1 into 1:2:1. We are going to simplify it first. 1 into 1:2:1 as to 2 into 1:2:1 into 1:2:1. Then what we are going to get? 1 into 1, 1. 2 ones are 2, 1 ones are 1, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 ones are 2, 1 ones are 1, 1 twos are 2, 1 ones are 1. So we get the genotypic ratio of dihybrid cross is 1:2:1, 2:4:2 and 1:2:1. So this was about the orthodox method. Again we are going to solve or we are going to see the trihybrid cross phenotypic and genotypic ratio. Now for trihybrid cross. Trihybrid cross. Now for the trihybrid cross. Now see here. Trihybrid cross phenotypic ratio means the monohybrid cross ratio is 1:3 for phenotypic ratio 3:1:3 and for genotypic ratio 1:2:1:3. What does it means? It means 3:1 into 3:1 into 3:1. But we know the the value of 3:1 into 3:1, that is 9:3:3:1. Then we are going to simplify it again, means we are going to multiply this ratio by 3:1, and then we are going to get the ratio 3 into 9:3:3:1 into 1 into 9:3:3:1. So what happened? 9 3s are 27, 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 9 1s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3, and 1 1s are 1. Now we are going to arrange it properly. 27 as to 9 as to 9 as to this 9 we are going to shift here. 9 as to 3 as to 3 as to 3 as to 1. So this is the phenotypic ratio of trihybrid cross, that is 27 as to 3, 9 as to 9 as to 9 as to 3 as to 3 as to 3 as to 1. So 27 as to 9 as to 9 as to 9 as to 3 as to 3 as to 3 as to 1. Now about the trihybrid cross genotypic ratio. So 1:2:1 raised to 3 means 1:2:1 into 1:2:1 into 1:2:1. But we know the value of 1:2:1 into 1:2:1, that is 1:2:1 in 1:2:1, 2:4:2, and 1:2:1. Means we are going to multiply this value by 1:2:1. So what we are going to get the ratio? If we are going to multiply it by 1, then we are going to get the same sequence, that is 1:2:1, 2:4:2, and 1:2:1. And if we are going to multiply it by 2, then we are going to get the same sequence doubled. Means we are going to see here 2:4:2, 4:8:4, and 2:4:2. Again we are going to get the same sequence if we are going to multiply it by 1. Then 1:2:1, 2:4:2, 1:2:1. This is the genotypic ratio of trihybrid cross. So this was about the orthodox method. We have discussed that if we want to find the dihybrid cross, then we have to take a square of monohybrid cross. And if we are going to find the genotypic and phenotypic ratio of trihybrid cross, then we have to take a cube of monohybrid ratio. So this was about the orthodox method. So thank you friends for watching my video.